It takes two individuals to be in a toxic relationship, or rather, it takes two individuals to have a toxic relationship. One is the toxic partner, and the other person is the recipient of the toxic behavior. Hello, and welcome to another exciting episode on the PDR Show. My name is Oluwakoisola Olukoya, and this show is proudly sponsored by the Women and Girls Organization of the Diocese of Lagos Mainland. I have four amazing guests with me today. It's time to meet them. Hi, Michael. Hi, Ayofe. Hi, Tolu. And hi, Emeka. Welcome back. All right, so I would like to start with definition of relationship abuse. What is relationship abuse? I would like to start with Tolu.
Because I will simply say it's doing what the other person doesn't like.
Doing what the other person does not like.
Yeah.
Okay, it's
what's harmful to that person? Yes, that hurts the other person. That's practically abuse.
And Emeka, do you agree with me?
Yes, I do. You see something that your partner is not like, you keep doing, you constantly hurting your partner.
Emotionally,
physically, psychologically, anyway.
Okay, so do we all agree with that definition? All right, so I would like to know signs of a toxic relationship. How do you know that this is a toxic relationship, or the way this relationship is going, it's about to get toxic? What are the signs you should look out for? Michael Adedayo.
From a guy's perspective, if a guy is going to be abusive to you,
okay,
once you start hearing, I will slap you, because the one that will not slap you most times has that emotional intelligence enough to walk away. Okay, but once you start hearing, I win. I win. And once there's a way, there's a win. You will collect. It's a sponge collection. So the one that will, and the truth is a domineering trait in men. You know, the one that looks at you and say, "Hey, walk." But the one that looks at you and say,
you want to see crazy?
So
see crazy.
All of those signs early, and it's back to when you, as a lady, you can't be busy with his tall, dark, and handsome. He can beat you tall, dark.
So, as a man, do you think men are victims of relationship abuse?
Yes, a lot.
Oh.
I say a lot.
I remember the situation of a woman beating her husband. Nah, it was nasty.
It's funny. It's always funny. It's always humorous. Yeah. Imagine a guy saying, "It's funny." It's sweet. There's this joy. You guys get. Since look at you are not mad enough.
Yes.
Oh, little Oberino. You know, I think it's a societal construct. There's this manly threshold. Even though Tia went back to back. Told you I know you can't tell anybody that I'm a guy. She punched me yesterday, man. How?
I can't
and that's not a woman. Okay, too late. See, you are married another man.
That's true.
So I think we're
good.
We're good.
Causes of relationship abuse. What causes it? Is it you'd hear some females, they'll say, I provoked him, I provoked him. Don't blame him. It's my fault. I was the one that caused it. Like, is that it? Is that enough for you to hit a lady? Or for you, hitting is not just the problem. Emotional abuse. There are some men that the words that will come out of their mouths, you will carry rope. You want to kill yourself because it's equivalent to him hitting you or killing you. Do you understand? So, what are the causes of relationship abuse?
I would say,
Neka.
if you were abused, whether a female or a male, you were abused as a child, or sometime in your life, the tendency of you abusing someone else is high. Or you saw someone that you respect so much beating someone,
like
or
your dad,
abusing someone, your dad or your mom. Okay, you grew up in a house where your mom used to insult your dad, call you all sorts of names. If a girl or a guy grows up in that home, there's
every
a tendency to mete out such punishment or such treatment to their spouses. So if you're abused, it's that you abuse. If you're abused as a guy, it's that you abuse a man or a woman,
or your wife.
Yes, or your wife, or even your children.
So you think that can be a cause?
Yes.
If you grow up in that kind of environment, or you see someone you respect do it, there's every time your role model.
Yes.
There's every tendency for you to. How about you, Tolu? What do you think? What are some causes of relationship abuse?
Okay, so from what I've seen and experienced, from personal experience, actually, there was this lady I know.
Okay.
Back then, I don't know where she is. Like, we know this before.
Okay.
Ours wasn't because of all this. It was different. So because she was a victim to different kinds of abuse, and then so she unknowingly, it's really unconscious at times. She just does those things, and you be like, this thing you are doing is not normal. So what did I do? I'm sorry. And it feels somehow when today, I'm sorry. Tomorrow is I'm sorry. Next month, what the same thing? You be like, how far now? Only you.
You're no longer
Put yourself together and get. So sometimes it's not intentional; it's unconscious.
Caused by an abuse.
Caused by previous experiences of the person. Yes.
What about you and your friend? What do you think? Causes of relationship abuse.
Okay, you said
from your past. He said from your past. She said from experience. Maybe you experienced it. You grew up.
Let's another
okay.
That be mental problem. Yes, I think we all know bipolar.
Would you like to share some of it?
What?
It's not everybody that knows me. Okay. I know I've seen it in movies.
The layman expression of bipolar is 1 minute
you're normal, the next minute
you are abnormal. And in bipolar, there's no middle ground. Then you are extremely sad, you are extremely happy, there's no middle ground. So lots of people with mental issues, as you said, some can have from the trauma from the past, or with the family.
Some might be mental.
Trauma, yes. Why some? Because of what they take. I'm sure we all know what they take.
So aside from mental issues, then substances.
Yes, substances. You can also make
substance abuse. Alcohol can cause it.
As you said, excessive control of alcohol can actually cause it. As you said, it's not that they now do it, but they will not calm down. Not like that.
But they'll still do it again.
I mean, do this.
They will beg
because they keep taking the drugs. They keep consuming alcohol excessively. So they keep
as in I experienced it. Like I saw it. One of my aunts are fiancé. Then they would come around. They would be fine. Everything will be going on well. All of a sudden, a message will just come in on her phone, and all of a sudden he's triggered. What is this? What is this on your phone? Are you? She should not be checking. Before you know it, blast. Would have, and she could not leave. We'll come back to why they don't leave. But then this, as in any little thing that triggers him, jealousy. The guy was so jealous. Every little thing like this, he sees a guy talking to her. When they get home, she go, as in he's going to do with her belt. You name it. Anything he finds, you get. So I'm glad that we were able to. Is there any other cause you'd like to?
I think I agree with
has.
Nika, right? I think I agree with her because the picture of marriage a man goes out from, constitutes a fundamental part of how he perceives women, what he thinks a woman's role is. There are some guys that tell you, you say, why is it? Until you done. If you check, his mom cooks, his mom cleans, that guy doesn't wash his own clothes by himself. So he has been wired that way. So when you get married to that kind of guy, you are doing, I'm a Scorpio, or I'm a Pisces, or you are doing, zodiac sign, all of those things, you will beat you. So it is, I think that background is essential, because you don't
Alright.
just wake up, even when you say you are bipolar, you don't just wake up and become abusive.
So why does someone stay with an abuser? I said the story of how one of my aunts, fiance used to beat her and all of that, but then she couldn't leave at that point. She eventually left, but that was after a while. Some people, it would be too late for them. You know, it could lead to their deaths. It could lead to one of their body organs gone. Do you understand? It can be that extreme. So why is it that even with everything, they can't still leave? Because when it comes, you beg, you bring all his family members, they will beg that he will swear, he will never do it again, my child. If he does it again, and he will still do it again. But you are not living. Do you understand? So why can't they leave? Is there something? Is it love? Is it love that they cannot leave? This question is to you.
Who?
You.
Why? Because I would just say it's obsession. Because I really cannot imagine loving somebody and you're hurting the person.
Obsession. So it's no longer love.
If you love a plant, you water the plant. So you're the person grow.
So you're saying that once a man starts beating a woman, or he starts abusing her emotionally or physically, it's no longer love.
I'm saying that's not love. So when the is still there, the woman who is being abused is still there. The person is just obsessed with the other party. It's not deep.
And what do you think? Why do people still remain in abusive relationships?
That is not always the case. Especially when there are children involved.
This
So in
people
fact,
continue their life.
let's leave marriage down. Not focus on boyfriend, girlfriend, fiancé.
Do you know there are many singles that are not yet married? They're still dating.
Yes.
And they're experiencing this, and they cannot break up.
So the point that we should leave this obsession. Do you realize that there are some, actually, the aspect of the ladies, let's be honest. Because as you say, God what does it collect? I'm sure we all had the story of a 17-year-old Yahoo boy that beats up his 24-year-old girlfriend. Thinking, why? Why should you? Why would you? And the girl is still with him because of what? Money is collecting. And not just that again. There are some that they've set a standard of their relationship. Telling most of our celebrity couples. They set a standard that, okay, the world loves us. Our relationship is giving them content. Our relationship is bringing money for us. Let's keep giving them what they want. So because of that reputation that at the end will collapse. Because now that you can't keep it till you can keep it till you die. And you die before your time. So because of that reputation, because the standards they've set for that relationship in the public, they don't want to break that standard. They don't want to break that reputation. I don't know if you watch Girls Trip.
Girls Trip.
Yes,
I did.
Yes, that she was married to the man, but not kept cheating on her, kept abusing her emotionally. But because of the one loves and relationship, I need to make money. She still stayed with him. Rise up.
So what can we do when we find ourselves in an abusive relationship? And most times, people in abusive relationships, they are always quiet. They don't usually share with others. Like, they literally die in silence. So what do you do when you're in an abusive relationship? Who do you talk to? What can you do? Because I want to believe that these people threaten them. I don't know. I want to believe that they threaten them. If you tell anybody, I will kill you. If you something, I'll collect all these things from you. That's what you need to do, find your up and down. I'll collect them. Do you get? I feel like they're threats. Maybe there should be threats. Because, what do you know? If this guy beat, like there was a friend of mine, recently, a boyfriend beat her. My girl, she carried her things and she left. And I respect her up to now because it took a whole lot of courage. She cried though.
She's already living with the boyfriend.
No, not that she packed her load and left. What, like literally, like,
Okay,
she left the relationship. She quit. And I gave her my respect. Wow, like that was courageous. So because it's not that easy. Because we've heard so many stories and not all of them leave. But you left immediately. Like kudos. So what do you do? And it wasn't just like she didn't just leave immediately. She was open. She spoke to her friends. She spoke to us about it.
That's very important.
She spoke to us about it, and she was like, "He hit me." Yeah, I would have been shy to even say it, but he hit me. Fine girl, -1. She's going. That's what I'll be thinking about. What if he hits my eyes the next time and all of that? So I'll open up. It's true, like it's true, or something. One of my organs. What's going to happen because of what? Which love? Which love am I looking for? My Jesus is enough for me, please. I'm just saying. So what do we do when we find ourselves in abusive relationships?
A guy will leave. You might not expect. No, sorry. A woman would not leave in a marriage setting because
of the children.
Again, aside children, there's this societal construct. You know, marriage year will last. All the 30 years, you know, the women
Yes.
You respect when you soaked in African magic. You know, so there's this. There's this narrative that a man has this imbalance. Who might change? What for it? And your eyes like this. You know, but a guy, you had the Nedu case. The guy was looking himself in you because the big wanted to finish him. And it didn't come out until the lady started talking about it. So the guy, there's no guy, a man's ego, and he won't, in fact, he becomes the talk of the town. You gather your guys, my guys, this day, wait is up, guys, my baby won't kill me. Talk again.
This guy is still there.
But that's a guy. A guy has nothing to lose. A guy has no, expectation from him, from the, society is not. Move. But a guy can leave and get married. Society doesn't put pressure.
Exactly.
But a woman, you've been married, you now have children. Where are you going to, technically?
But what about singles? Singles that are not yet married. Nothing is tying them down.
No, single. I mean, unless
we have to talk to
People are afraid to
which is deserved.
They also think they can change their pattern. They can
Yes.
change the guy from.
Or you hear things like,
to being a peaceful person.
like the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. That,
What
what if the next person is like
It's
him,
worse
or
than
it's even
this.
worse? So that you start giving yourself motivation.
change. Like
So why should you? Okay, we should all quit. So we're going to agree now that when your relationship is getting abusive, you quit. If you cannot quit by yourself,
I think
talk
you
to
talk to
somebody.
somebody.
Because I don't think it's easy for you to just leave, like to just walk out because of all the emotional abuse you've probably gone through. So it's better you talk with somebody. If you don't trust your friends enough, talk to your family members. If you don't trust your family members enough, then talk to a counselor.
Sometimes your family members, if your family members really want to tell you, as you were saying, once you live where, let us see that there are no men outside again. And if this person wants to marry you, stay, mama. I should stay. 2 weeks later, you can't have my dead body outside you. You suffer when my father touched you. He didn't beat you, even if he beat you. That is your life. I don't want to manage or enjoy my relationship. I want to enjoy it.
So as you've heard, instead of family members, you can talk to a counselor. It would help you more. So before we leave, we'd like to share tips on how to build a healthier and stronger relationship, free of abuse of every form. Everyone is going to talk, so
Probably still on the abuse. I think you should ask yourself how it's changed suddenly. Because I used to ask people, if you've been somewhere before, you guys used to be very happy, it used to be very sweet. What changed?
okay.
What changed? It's very important to know what changed. So you know if there is.
In an abusive relationship, you see
No,
what
I
thought we agreed that
you excuse yourself. See, if it's a relationship here,
Okay.
I'm not talking about the married now. Married, pack your bag the next morning, leave the house. If
Relationship too, you have to I thought we
period
agreed.
now, relationship, I'm not even living with the person now. You need to see there's a
What
space
things
for
that-
reflection.
transpired.
How
Do
did
you
you get
trust
here?
Okay, how did we get
Yeah, if we're not together, how did you see? You're not together.
Okay.
Marriage, you are in that house. If possible, you can run, fly the fence, Bob, jump back. But relationship is, I'm here, the person is there, and you are in a very terrible mess right now. Either she's cheating or she lies a lot. Sometimes you just find the babe that you like, this girl is so innocent, and she's always lying. Why are you always lying?
It's a lioness.
Thank you. Yeah, so you need to reflect. You need to understand why this person is always doing this thing. If possible, talk. Like sometimes you just see people who are dating and they don't talk. They don't have this
Communication.
heart conversation. The only thing they do is, let me take you out.
TikTok.
and
TikTok's
then
video
back
and
and you
video.
chat, and it's like
And
it's always this
meeting.
merry. No
How
deep
people are
conversations about
meeting.
what do you want to do with your life, what happened in the
Mm.
past. You get, you should. So there should be a space for that. So it's not always about how for now tomorrow morning let's go to IMAX.
Send me pizza, send me
And
me
then
ice cream.
if I'm out of recharge card, I've got
Recharge
some
card.
for me.
Some
Some for me.
Okay,
You get so that's
so I have what tips on how to build healthy relationships.
If your partner annoys
Mm-hmm.
or you annoy your partner, instead of just keeping it, one day come over full. And once it's over full, once it's flowing, I like that word. So instead of once babe you did something I don't like it. Babe you did something I don't like it. I'm not talking about now being nagging. Sorry, being a nagger. It's not about every day nagging. But if your guy or your girl does something that you don't like,
Talk about it immediately.
it immediately. Because if you keep keeping it,
Piling up.
keep piling up.
It's good.
I'll forgo.
Mm.
I'm not a big boy.
Christian
Sister,
sister
yeah,
friendship
yeah.
break bottle.
You break
No,
it in the
like,
name of Jesus.
no, it's literal. You understand?
Yeah.
You understand?
Hey.
Next.
Well, I think you should. I think we keep saying communicate. Please communicate and make sure you understand. So you can be talking and you are talking to your
And
voice.
exactly.
Communicate
There's
is
something like
yeah.
that.
I think we need
You
to stress that.
you talk and make sure that they understand. And when they talk to you to understand, don't hear what they say and you are waiting for them to. You are waiting to reply till you come back. Listen and then digest. And then appreciate your partner.
Understand.
Appreciate your partner.
Surprise them. Don't stop dating them. Don't say because okay, she's now my girlfriend, now my boyfriend. Okay, I'll now relax.
You stop
Keep dating
chasing
them.
her.
Stop after election, no.
Then you have it after election. But leaving out this now.
Be going on, even if it was a week, go on some small
Not the
here and there.
chase.
Don't just wait till birthday before you buy something.
People should be coming
It
down.
mustn't be a big gift.
Exactly.
It's not that count.
It's the top that counts.
counts.
Like, but when we get them boxes
Lollipop.
and sing
Yeah.
it, it's the top that counts.
We start doing that.
It's fun.
We'll start doing that.
My G.
See the person for who they are, not who you want them to be. Because if you know, when start saying things like my ideal man, my ideal woman, you picture your bucket list. It must be this.
Must be caring, must call me by 7 a.m.
While you're
So
busy
this-
doing all of those, you're communicating who they are to you. But because in your mind, there's a picture you have created. Somebody's lying back to back. And lying. If a person lies, if a person lies, they lie. You can't change it. I mean, they lie on the spot. So,
They don't think of it though.
if you're thinking, maybe it's just because, and you carry on.
You're giving excuses
Excuses
for
for them.
them.
You're creating excuses for them. So, see, let all the makeup fall. All the kill all the butterflies. Say, babe, guy to guy. Take us out. Babe, your mouth will smell. Let us communicate.
Wait, why are you?
No, I
looking
didn't.
at me?
No, sorry.
I feel shy.
No.
Our first beside you.
No, we're having a conversation. No, these are the issues. See, them for who they are. Is the thought that counts. Is the thought.
That's all we can take. So thank you so very much for joining us. Do not forget to leave a comment on our comment section. Do not forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and share. My name is Oluwakwensola Olukoye, and this has been the PDR Show, proudly sponsored by the Women and Girls Organization of the Diocese of Lagos Mainland. Thank you. Need that they threaten them. If you tell anybody, I will kill you. If you something, I'll collect all these things from you. Those things that you're able to do, find your up and down and collect them. Do you get? I feel like they are threats. Maybe there should be threats because what do you know? If this guy beat like there was a friend of mine of recently, a boyfriend hit her. My girl, she carried her face and she left, and I respect her up to now because it took a whole lot of courage. She cried though.
She's already living with the boyfriend.
Not like she packed her load and left. Not like literally. Like
Okay,
she
she
left
left
the
the
relationship. She quit. And I gave her my respect. Sharp. Wow, like that was courageous of, because it's not that easy. Because we've heard so many stories, and not all of them live. But you left immediately. Like kudos.